abundance, 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 and gratitude to all. Let me explain something to you. With all this radiation that's coming into the planet, on the nighttime side of the planet and the daytime side of the planet, it's doing nothing but forcing these entities to reveal who and what they truly are. I want you to understand and understand something. We are getting prepared. They are preparing everyone on this planet for a major national disaster, a worldwide disaster, and the introduction of a species. This is what's happening right now. We are being prepared for a catastrophic, a major worldwide catastrophic event, and the introduction of their creators. Pindar, Moloch, the Dragon King, whatever you want to call this individual, and all of the entities that were here with them. We are getting right. They are preparing everyone for this. Listen to this.
Is the Spirit of God. You heard about this, an absolutely wild story at a time when we could be on the verge of some kind of disclosure about alien life and UFOs from the White House. They've said this. 4 people who worked in government programs and knew a whole lot about that topic have either vanished or have been murdered.
I've been 100% serious. I've been briefed by just about every alphabet agency there is. And I'll just tell you this, if they would release the things that I've seen, you would stay up, you'd be up at night worrying about or thinking about this stuff. We just need to disclose it all. I'm sick of it. Well, I was briefed. I'll just tell you this. I was briefed last week on an issue, 2 weeks ago, and it would have set the earth on. This country would have come unglued, I think, if they would have heard all that I heard. They would demand answers, and we need to. But it's never going to get. Unfortunately, it just keeps getting covered up, and the people that know are dying or disappearing, as the case may be.
Wow.
And for the record, I'm not suicidal, and I don't take risks. So,
I'm glad you said that. I'm speechless, Congressman. We will have you back.
You should be. And I told the president, release it all.
We are being prepared for a great, great deception. That's the word that God keeps putting on my heart. Deception, deception, deception. And so I go to 2 Thessalonians, verse 9. It says this in chapter 2. The coming of the lawless one will be in accordance with how Satan works. He will use, check this out, all sorts of displays of power through signs and wonders that will serve the lie and all the ways that wickedness deceives those who are perishing. One more, Billy, because I think it's important for us to dive into scripture, which is 1 John 4. Dear friends, do not believe every spirit or interdimensional being, but test the spirit or interdimensional being to see whether they are from God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. This is how you can recognize the Spirit of God. Every spirit, interdimensional being, that acknowledges that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is from God, but every spirit that does not acknowledge Jesus is not from God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you have heard is coming, and even now is already in the world.
There's a story that caught our attention. We're talking about a number of U.S. scientists, some connected to very sensitive research, who have died or disappeared. Let's break down what we know so far. We're going to start with Carl Grillmar. Carl Grillmar, pictured here, was an astrophysicist at Caltech. He worked on a NASA-supported space telescope project and infrared systems. Now, he was shot and killed at his home just 2 months ago. Then there's Frank Maywald. He was a senior scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab, focused on advanced satellite systems, and he died nearly 2 years ago, but his cause of death has never been made public. Meanwhile, Monica Reza also reportedly connected to NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab project. She went missing last summer while hiking in California. No trace. It keeps going. There's William McCaslin, a retired Air Force general. He too is missing. He's a former head of Air Force Research Lab and oversaw advanced space and surveillance programs. He's been missing since February. Reports say he once oversaw funding connected to a project that also included Monica Reza. Now, there's more. To New Mexico, Melissa Casais. She has been missing since last summer. She worked at Los Alamos National Lab. She had an administrative role, but reportedly also had security clearances. Just months earlier, she went missing, so too did Anthony Chavez, also connected to Los Alamos, an engineer. He disappeared during a walk. No signs, no answers. And then finally, there's Nuno Loureiro. You remember Nuno Loureiro? He was the MIT researcher focused on nuclear fusion and was shot and killed in his Massachusetts home last December. It was the case of the Brown shooter. It's a separate case with no confirmed links to the others. But here's the key point. Authorities have not connected these cases, but look at the overlap. The same handful of institutions, NASA, Air Force Research, Los Alamos Laboratory. So, could they be connected? Or is this something else entirely?
Detective Diaz, we've reviewed these disappearances. What do you say would be the beginning of where somebody would start investigating these events?
Well, this is not a happens of occurrence. This is definitely, we have something here, and to discount that it just individual cases is ridiculous. You have to look at the big picture. Remember, as a homicide detective, you have to look at all the facts involved in the case. And in this case here, we have a bigger picture that these individuals have discovered stuff that maybe other entities want to know about, or there's entities that don't want everybody to know about, especially when it comes to UFOs. That's a very touchy subject. And when the president decided to release all that information, I'm sure the general was not happy about that, or other people's, because there's been research that's been classified for over 50 years when it comes to that nobody's ever seen. So now you have to look at each individual death. Were they looking or discovering something that national security didn't want us to know about? Or was there a foreign entity involved that now want to find out what we were doing? And the only way to do that is to either abduct people or start killing off and seeing what they can find.
Here's a clip of former Congressman Matt Gaetz on the Benny Johnson show just a few days ago. Take a look.
I mean, I had someone come and brief me who was in a military uniform, worked for the United States Army, that was briefing me on the locations of hybrid breeding programs where captured aliens were breeding with humans to create some hybrid race that could engage in intergalactic communication. An actual uniformed member of the United States Army briefed me on that.
Well, Billy, I want to get your response to that. But first, Tim Burkett, an active and current member of the United States Congress, just said this on Newsmax. Take a look.
I've been briefed by just about every alphabet agency there is. And I'll just tell you this, if they would release the things that I've seen, you would stay up, you'd be up at night worrying about or thinking about this stuff. We just need to disclose it all. I'm sick of it. Well, I was briefed. I'll just tell you this. I was briefed last week on an issue, 2 weeks ago, and it would have set the earth on. This country would have come unglued, I think, if they would have heard all that I heard. They would demand answers.
And lastly, Billy, I'm going to get right to you. But J.D. Vance, the man who is a heartbeat away from leading the free world, had this to say about aliens just the other day. Take a look.
I don't think they're aliens. I think they're demons anyway, but that's a longer discussion.
So you think they're demons?
Well, look, I think that celestial beings who fly around, who do weird things to people, I think that the desire to describe everything celestial, everything as otherworldly, to describe it as aliens. I mean, every great world religion, including Christianity, the one that I believe in, has understood that there are weird things out there, and there are things that are very difficult to explain. And I naturally go, when I hear about sort of extra natural phenomenon, that's where I go to, is the Christian understanding that there's a lot of good out there, but there's also some evil out there.
Roswell, Area 51, Wright-Patterson down in Dayton, my home state of Ohio. We've been hearing about this stuff now for 70 years. That we have it, we don't have it. That we've re-engineered it, no, we haven't. I know you can't talk about much because you're an active member, but just give me a wink. Are we alone?
No, we're not. We're not alone.
Wait a minute. Guys, did we just break that? Wait a minute. Is that April Fool's today, Tim?
No, it's second. No, we are not alone.
We don't make all them movies up just because somebody's creative in Hollywood and knows how to write that.
No,
crap. They're getting
they
this
don't.
from somewhere.
Let me leave you with this one, Dan.
Okay.
I was in a meeting, and I'll just leave it at that as a meeting because I have a lot
I was
of
in a
meetings.
meeting.
Yeah, and if that was allowed to be told in the public, the wheels would come off. They would come off because every detractor was put in their place. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, to your point, Billy, when it comes to movies, I don't know if you saw this, but Steven Spielberg is releasing a movie, I want to say in June, called Disclosure Day, which is, if you want to go down some conspiracy theory rabbit holes, it's like, that seems conveniently timed.
So listen, it's a lot to unpack here, and I'm not going to go through the whole video, but the main point is that they are getting everyone prepared for a catastrophic disaster. Because if you look at the movies that you are seeing on TV right now, 2012, The Day After Tomorrow, Earth End, zombie movies, if you look at that right there, they're getting you prepared for a catastrophic disaster. After the catastrophic disaster, when people are crying and begging and there's no electricity, no help, and it's just death everywhere, then they introduce, you know what? This is what's happening. And the guy gonna say, if they was to release this information, it would keep so many people up at night. You have the slightest idea, my people. And I want you to know he's still not even talking about the true core stuff. See, what they see is our brothers and sisters moving throughout this planet and throughout the solar system with impunity, with no problems at all, defying aerodynamics, defying their science. Everything that they told you about gravity, how propulsion systems work, how energy works, how to harness, and all of that's a French toast lie. This is all primitive. Your cell phone, your television, the car, all of that is primitive. This is primitive. This is harnessing energy, but it's harnessing energy in a negative format. This is reverse energy. And we think this is something, oh my gosh, it's extravagant. No, it's not. The cell phone, the television took you away from your telecommunication, talking to each other telepathically. The television takes away your creativity, and only focus your creativity on what's being programmed through the television. Without the television, you would be outside in nature, becoming creative. But with the television, it makes you sit back and consume. It turns you into a consumer. Some of us don't even be hungry, but the moment we watch a commercial with food, now we want some snacks. See, when you understand this from a higher intellectual, angelic, benevolent being point of view, when you understand that from that point of view, when you look at life from the smallest building block of matter, which is an atom, when you look at that right there and say, wait a minute, as above, so below, as without, so within. Wait a minute. This is a school. Earth is a school. This is a test for my heart and my mind. That's why they got to keep you constantly drugged up and pumping through your physical two eyes their world. and telling you you will be nothing. You're not successful unless you achieve in their world. Talk about keeping you up at night. Wait till the world finds out. More importantly, the created people that have animal DNA that you were genetically modified and put together to do someone's or something's bidding. You wait till they find out that. And then you wait till we find out that there is no God. There is no Satan. There are choices. There are divine choices, and there are animal, lower than an animal choice. Because animals don't even do what we do now today. So I want to say lower than an animal choice. And that's the power that we have free will and choice. And your choices determine the type of death or the type of life you are going to experience. The joke is on them. The embarrassment is on us. Abundance and gratitude to all.